actually aspect to be a Zanu PF member, later on to be a leader in a highly divided Zanu PF, and in a Zanu PF where almost everybody is positioning himself to survive post Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa regime. Some are thinking that he would live for the longest period of time and still be in charge. Decisions are being made. Don't ever think that factionalism within Zanu PF affects only the supreme decision-making body. Also, in provincial structures, district structures within Zanu PF, there is a lot of chaos because of the infighting that is happening between retired General Chuenga as well as Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Greetings and welcome on lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. So in Midlands, not in Midlands, rather in Manicaland, there were elections that were done, provincial elections, specifically within the Women's League, and apparently a new chairperson identified as Mrs. Sako, according to the leaked letter of Zanu PF, emerged. That chairperson appears not to be a favorite for Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Every time in Zanu PF you hear that someone's election has to be actually discussed by the Politburo, understand that the Mnangagwa faction is the one which is not pleased about that particular person. So they elected Mrs. Sako, and the matter was taken to the Politburo because the Mnangagwa faction was not satisfied with the results. And according to the recommendations of the Zanu Politburo, an inquest was to be done by Security Department of Zanu PF, of which up to today it has not actually made public its findings. Maybe it is waiting for the next Politburo of Zanu PF. So according to this letter, which was written on the 9th of June 2025 by Patrick Chinamasa, a woman also who has been tipped to the vice presidency. I remember leading to the conference in Bulawayo, there were t-shirts of Patrick Chinamasa which were written vice president, and it was said there was a plot for her to actually take over from retired General Chiwenga. I think all that plot just vanished. So I just wanted to explain who is this Patrick Chinamasa. Within the Zanu PF structures, she is the secretary for women's affairs within Zanu PF. So she wrote a letter to Patrick Chinamasa. Patrick Chinamasa is always in trouble. It's good to see Zanu PF being in trouble. Criminals troubling each other. They have been troubling the people of Zimbabwe for a long period of time. So apparently, what actually Patrick Chinamasa was addressing to Patrick Chinamasa was the issue of Sako, because according to Patrick Chinamasa, Sako is the substantive head of the Women's League, whilst Chinomona's preference is actually, is actually the Dorothy Mabika. Yes, she's called Dorothy Mabika, the chairperson of the Women's League, who was defeated by Mrs. Sako, according to the communication that was leaked from Zanu PF. So Maple was writing to Patrick Chinamasa saying you cannot call Sako the elected chairperson of Women's League in Manicaland province. You cannot call the substantive head, because her election was actually discussed by the Politburo, and it is still under investigation by the security department of Zanu PF. So what does this tell you? We have heard ever since Mnangagwa was elected into the president, we have heard that Zanu PF was busy restructuring. Mnangagwa realized that within the structures of Zanu PF itself, there were a lot of leaders who did not support him, who did not support his 2030 ambition. So he has been trying to uproot them, but it appears he cannot actually be successful in terms of completely uprooting these individuals within Zanu PF. So exchanges of between Maple Chinomona. Do you think Maple Chinomona wrote to Patrick Chinamasa on her own? And this letter was leaked because she decided to do that on her own, then you would not be understanding the politics of Zimbabwe. Definitely, she is actually pushed by the bedroom. Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Remember, Patrick Chinamasa is the one who also poured cold water towards the end of the Zanu PF Bulawayo conference, when he made the pronouncement that it was practically impossible for Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa to remain president up to 2030. We saw he was insulted after that, but he was actually speaking the facts, saying, I have approached the president. The president has the final say on this matter. I have approached him numerous times and also giving context and also details of how he approached him numerous times as an elder within Zanu PF. But Mnangagwa maintained that he is not interested in being the president up to 2030. Why has Mnangagwa maintained this posture? Because he is aware of the secret agreement that he has with retired General Chiwenga. And he is aware that if he comes out openly, that he has decided to disassociate himself with that secret agreement, if it's coming from his mouth. That is why every time, especially a private media, let me call it, in Zimbabwe, do we have private media? Anyway, what you call private media in Zimbabwe, whenever they write about Zanu PF factionalism, you will see, especially exposing Mnangagwa, that he intends to go up to 2030. That media house would be asked to apologize. I think we've witnessed that numerous times. Mnangagwa doesn't want that to be his opinion, that he wants to go up to 2030 as the president. He wants to give an impression that it is coming from the people, but whose people? Because people don't love Mnangagwa, even within Zanu PF. If we are to talk with them secretly, that is why they are leaking these letters to us, because people don't love Mnangagwa. Even within Zanu PF, they hate the man with a passion. So he is not lovable. And I'm sure he understands also that he is not lovable. People are just following him because they are afraid of him, looking at his history in terms of Kukuraunde genocide and how he has dealt with some Zanu PF members in the past. So that is the reason why they are afraid of him, and how he has been manipulating the state institution. And now actually, he dislodged Robert Gabriel Mugabe, a man perceived to be the most powerful political figure in Zimbabwe. So because of that, people have a lot of fear towards Mnangagwa. They don't love him. So you can see that Zanu PF is still in flames. Now, if this letter was written on the 9th of June, it's just a few days ago, on the 9th of June. It's not even more than 7 days. It's not even a week long. This letter was written by a certain official of Zanu PF putting it in writing. You know, when we deal with administration, when you see something being put in writing, someone also signing, putting his name, that he is the one who is raising this issue, understand that is a critical issue. In a company, if you are given a verbal warning, it's not that serious. You cannot be worried that much. But when it is translated to written, anything that is written shows how serious the matter is. So Zanu PF factionalism is still continuing. It is the order of the day. What will happen at the end? Will tell. We have made our predictions that we don't foresee Mnangagwa finishing his term. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what, you become the very first one to watch us. You can alternatively support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Please do remember also to follow my sister channel. It is run by me. It's called Hlonipani Digital Music. Kindly subscribe on that channel. There is a lot of content that is coming.